going to be subtracting rational expressions today with unlike denominators. Okay, whenever you are adding and subtracting with unlike denominators, now you did this in elementary school. What you have to do is you have to find a common denominator first. You want to multiply the numerator by the same thing that you have to multiply the denominator by. Okay? And then you want to put your numerators together by adding like terms, and then if there's any simplifying to do, you want to simplify. All right, now, this is the first one. The common denominator here, now what I did is I simplified this first, and I made this 3 over 4 and made this 1/2. The common denominator between 2 and 4 is 4. So 3 already has 4, so you've got 3 over 4 plus, and to make this one be 4, you have to multiply 2 by 2. So therefore you're going to multiply 1 by 2, so you have 2/4. So 3/4 and 2/4 is 5/4. Now you did that in elementary school. We're going to do sort of the same thing. Notice how I multiplied the denominator by 2. I also had to multiply the numerator by 2. So whatever it is that I have to multiply the denominator by, I also have to multiply the numerator by. So these are two different things. Now we're moving on. We don't have anything like what you're used to seeing. I have an A and I have a B. They are not like at all. It's like seeing 3 and 2. If you saw 3 and 2, you'd have to multiply them and get 6. So it's the same sort of thing. These are not like. So I just multiply them, and my common denominator is both of them, A, B. Now, in order to do this problem, this one has A but does not have the B part. So I would have to multiply that denominator by B, which means I also have to multiply this numerator by B. That's how I got 4B. 5 has B but does not have A. So I would have to multiply that denominator by A, so therefore I'm having to multiply this numerator by A. Now, when I put that together, 4B plus 5A, there are no like terms there, so I can't add it. It's just 4B plus 5A over AB, and you stop. Now, we're moving on down, and we don't just have variables now, we have a number with a variable. So, I look at 2 and 3, and I say, what is the common denominator between 2 and 3? And you know that, it's 6. I just tack the x with it, okay? The part that this denominator does not have, if I go 2x into 6x, that's 3. So I have to multiply this one by 3, I'll have to multiply that one by 3, 6 times 3. If I do 3x, I've got to multiply by 2 to be 6x. So I'll multiply that one by 2. That's where this came from. 6 times 3 minus 2 times 2. So 18 minus 4 is 14 over 6. And you need to simplify all the way down. 14 over 6 becomes 7 over 3. So it's 7 over 3x. All right, this one here. Notice my denominator. They're not like at all. Both of these are my denominator then, and I wrote them here. The next thing that I do is I begin working with my numerator. Once I find my common denominator, then I work with my numerator. This fraction has x plus 2. It does not have x minus 2. So the part of the new denominator that is missing from this denominator is x minus 2. So I'm going to take 2x now and multiply by x minus 2. Then I'm going to come over and I'm going to do the same thing with this one. This one has x minus 2, but does not have x plus 2. So I'm going to take negative 4 and multiply by x plus 2. Now I'm going to do that math. I'm going to distribute like you've been taught to do forever. And I'm going to get 2x squared minus 4x again, minus 8. I'm going to put my like terms together, which would be negative 8x here in the middle. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to write that now. That's my numerator. Once I've added these, that's my numerator. I always have to check and see if I can factor, because sometimes if I can factor, one of these might come out, might simplify out. Now, when I do, the only thing I can pull out of this one is a 2, and that leaves me with x squared minus 4x minus 4. If I do the x method, I've got negative 4 in the top, negative 4 in the bottom. And I cannot factor that. This is prime, so therefore this is my answer. All right, let's go down here. I have an x and I have an x squared. So they both have one of them, but remember, you've got to have everything that's in the denominator. Everything that's down here has to be in the new denominator. So you have a denominator of x squared here. Give me just a little bit and I'll sign that for you. Okay, come back in about 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, got an x squared here. Now, what you want to do, since you have x squared right here, you need another x in this one, so I'm going to take 5 times x. That's 5x minus 2. That does not factor, nor does it simplify. All right, I need to factor this denominator so I can look at it. S squared minus 4 is s plus 2, s minus 2. Then I've got s plus 2 over here. So my denominator is both of those. S plus 2, s minus 2. This one, this fraction has both of those already, so I don't need to multiply it by anything. This s plus 2 does not have s minus 2, so I need to multiply 4 by s minus 2. All right, so 2s plus 4s minus 8. Put like terms together, that gives me 6s minus 8 over s plus 2s minus 2. Now, I can pull a GCF out here, but it's not going to help me any. I can pull out 2, and that's going to give me 3s minus 4. And then I have s plus 2, s minus 2. So just realize if you're on a standardized test, they may leave the answer this way, they may leave it this way. Either way. And both are right. This is our last one. I'm going to factor this denominator. X plus 3, x minus 1. This one's x plus 3, x minus 3. Now, finding my common denominator when looking at one this complex, if a factor appears in either denominator, you have to put it down. Okay, so if it appears at all, you got to put it down. Now, I've got x plus 3, x plus 3. I only write it once because it only appears once in both denominators. It doesn't appear twice here nor here, so I only write it one time. Then I have x minus 1, although it appears here but not here. It doesn't matter, it's appearing. And then x minus 3, same thing, it's appearing. So here is my denominator. Now, I take my numerator of 3x minus 1. The part of the new denominator that it does not contain is x minus 3. So I'm going to multiply 3x minus 1 times x minus 3. I'm going to do the same thing over here. We've got x plus 4. The part that it does not contain is x minus 1. Now, I put it in brackets because I've got a minus sign here. That's going to indicate that this entire numerator has to be subtracted. So I put it in brackets just so I didn't forget that. All right, now I'm going to do my math here. And you've been taught how to do this. It was a while back, but you have. Remember, you have to multiply like that. So that's going to give me 3x squared minus 6x minus x plus 3. If I simplify that, that's 3x squared minus 7x plus 3. This one here, if I do that math, that's going to give me x squared minus x plus 4x minus 4, which simplified is x squared plus 3x minus 4. Now I got a minus sign here. I'm going to have to distribute throughout. That's going to change this to negative x squared minus 3x plus 4. Now I'm going to put like terms together. 3x squared negative x squared is 2x squared. Negative 7 and negative 3 is negative 10. 3 and 4 is 7. All right, now this numerator does not factor. You have to check it out though to be sure, but it doesn't. It's prime. If it factored and something canceled out, you would need to do that. Thank you.